first ever MMA breakdown AngerBlog, because I'm just a little pissed right now with what's going on with UFC. I don't know if you guys have heard about last few weeks, anywhere from the last couple days all the way to the last 2 months. It's like the list goes on and on and on with UFC injuries. This is ridiculous. I'm going to run down the quick list here and then maybe say a few things on them. Beginning of the list here, we got Silva, Anderson Silva. Everybody's heard about his stinking elbow injury, which is, I was going to say taking forever, but I guess it's not really taking forever. It's injured. It's injured. He's indefinite. Nobody knows when that's going to be done. But Lesnar, of course, he was well enough to go to a Minnesota football game and then report being sick a few days later. But apparently he's been really, really sick. But he looked pretty healthy at the Minnesota football game. So apparently, I don't know, maybe failing football got him so sick to the stomach he started barfing everywhere or something. I don't know what his problem is. But Machida, in his win over Shogun, he screwed his hand up or something like that. Had to go into hand surgery. So, and that's indefinite. I think sometime in January maybe he'll be ready. Duffy, just as of a few days ago, Todd Duffy was supposed to fight Paul Montolo at UFC 107. That's not going to happen. I just found that out today, that Duffy's injured now. So now, next on the list is Carwin. Carwin's almost kind of, Carwin would have went through the fight. Would have went through with the fight, but he's kind of a little happy that Brock called off because he's come with a little bit of illness himself. So, and having an illness, you can't train properly, which I don't blame Brock for pulling out. You can't train properly, you can't fight properly. So, it's good that both of them are sick. Have a fight down the road. Just right now, at this point, UFC don't have a match to replace with that one because Tito and Griffin, that's a joke. So, that's the new main event for 106. So, 106 is going to blow as far as main events go. I was looking forward to the undercard. Shut it off when the main event comes on, because after that match is done, nobody's going to care even further. Nobody cares about them guys. I don't know. Forrest Griffin's okay. Tito, I could give it. Bleep less. Coleman, of course, he's had an injury, which is the whole reason why Griffin's back into UFC 106, or into UFC 106. Undisclosed injury. Nobody knows what the hell happened to him. Rampage, he's not sick, he's not injured, but of course he's got his movie career going on. So they can't, and I'm putting him up there because they can pull somebody in, to make a main event. But they can't do it with Rampage because he's too busy with his Hollywood career. So GSP, they could probably, I suppose possibly could have pulled him in to make a main event, which would have been kind of silly if they didn't have something already set up. But he's been out, and it's been known that he's been out. He's been out. His date to come back, or what he's cleared anyway, is January 8th next year, because of a groin injury from his last fight. Grocop suspended indefinitely after quitting the Dos Santos fight. And the list goes on. Ricardo, I just found out today. Knee injury in training. So I can't call him in for a fight. He actually had a fight, I think, UFC 105 or 106, where he was supposed to fight. Can't do that now. They got some guy replacing his spot on the card. Hardog suspended after being knocked out, which that was to be expected. They have for people that don't know, they do have a routine suspension for guys that get knocked out. If a guy gets knocked out, let's say UFC 102, most likely he's not, they wouldn't anyway, because Dana just wouldn't have it that way. But if he gets knocked out at UFC 102, he's not going to be fighting at UFC 103 just because of the suspension alone. But, Dana wouldn't do it that way anyway. But you could always call somebody back to fill a card up or make for a better fight in the card or something like that. You know what I'm saying. Rothwell, he's suspended because of being knocked out, which was premature stoppage. But still, he wasn't defending himself and he was doing poorly as it was. So it may as well have been stopped. It was a joke. Alves, torn, I don't know what this says. Torn posterior cruciate injury. Let's just move on. Pellegrino, I just found out today, back injury during training. So that's the list I got. That is the best list I can come up with, and I'm sure there's more than that, which is absolutely mother effing ridiculous for UFC to have this many injuries going on. But it's not surprising, because I almost have to wonder if it's karma for some individual playing games. So I don't know, and I'm saying that lightly. But anyway, so that is the MMA Breakdown's first ever AngerBlog, because I'm not too friggin' happy right now. Basically, UFC right now has a huge shit sandwich that they're forced to eat. And we have to get the aftermath of that. So there you go, MMA fans. That's what you're looking forward to, a whole crap sandwich worth of garbage cards. Next 4 cards are going to be garbage. As far as main events go, there ain't going to be a main event. It's going to be cards full of... UFC is going to look a lot like Strikeforce in the next few cards. Strikeforce Challengers, that is. And if you want to know what I really mean by that, look up Strikeforce Challengers 4. Tell me if you know, reply here and tell me if you know anybody on that card. I think I know one name on that card. The rest are nobody's. Why would you even put that card on? So, UFC is going to look a whole lot like a Strikeforce card in the next few cards here for the next month or so. It's going to be a joke. It's going to be funny. I'd like to see Dana pull out of this one. Thanks for tuning in. Hope you liked it. Put some comments on there. Hit the subscribe button, all you YouTube users. And hopefully we'll see you back next time. And go to our mother page. Join up. Put your comments in there. Tell me what you think. And thank you. See ya.